Hello, Small Town Pride. We are here today with Sam Tolson from Toledo, Ohio. How are you, Sam?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm marvelous. Happy Pride to you.
Right to you.
So, tell me a little bit about your art, your music.
My music. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be hard to do in short words. So I call myself like a pop acoustic kind of artist because I love playing the piano.
Hmm.
But I also really love putting out poppy summer kind of style songs. So yeah, I consider myself a pop artist. Um,
And it
yeah.
is some really incredible music. I've listened through your discography, and you are an incredible entertainer. I cannot
I,
wait until more people get to listen to you. So, when did you start playing music?
so I actually started music when I was a kid. My mom had my sister and I both playing violin, and I started kind of piano lessons and all that stuff back then. And I took like a huge break through middle school and high school because I started playing sports and other stuff. But by the time I was like 18 or so, I started kind of writing again and getting back in the feel of it. And I was like, wow, I really miss this. So I would say within the last like 8, 9 years, I really got into writing,
Hmm.
producing music. I went to school for producing music, and just really started popping songs out left and right. And I was just like, I love this. So, I would say
That's
pretty much my
awesome.
whole life, I've
That's
always been
that's
surrounded by music somehow.
how many instruments do you play?
Um, I can kind of play the guitar, so that's one sort of, and I can play the piano, so I guess two.
Perfect. Do you play the music for any of your own songs?
Yeah, so usually if so I work with a lot of different other artists. I try to collaborate with people on music just because I don't see any reason not to. I love listening to other people's ideas and growing from them and becoming a better artist myself. So sometimes we will take like a generic idea, either I wrote or they wrote, and just kind of
Mm-hmm.
collaborate and put together, one big idea for a
Yeah.
song. So sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It just depends
Cool.
on the song.
So, what are you working on right now?
So I just put out my song Feelings. What is this, May 17th? So I put it out on the 1st of May. And that's been the audience, everyone has had so much nice stuff to say. It's been crazy. I was not expecting such positive feedback. Not that I was expecting bad feedback, but when you put something new out, you're kind of
Mm-hmm.
nervous. And it's been so long since I put
Yeah.
music out. I was really nervous about what people would say. So I've just kind of been promoting that. And I'm also in the works of finishing up my EP. I've been working on this EP for like 5 years, it feels like. But it's just really important to me. I'm a perfectionist, so it's really important to me to get every single little thing
Mm-hmm.
perfect. So I'm
I
kind
know
of
that
doing a little bit
feeling.
of both those things right now.
Awesome. I cannot wait to see the finished product
Well,
after so
thank you. I
much
appreciate
work. So, what are
it.
your music goals in the next 5 years?
Um, next 5 years, I would say to keep making music. It's so hard growing up and realizing you have a thousand other things that you have to do, to even just
Mm-hmm.
be successful in life in general. So for me, I want to make sure I keep writing and keep making music. I want to get this EP out and show, everybody what I've been working on. And a lot of people have been wondering, where I've been and what I've been doing because I kind of just like fell off the face of the
Mm-hmm.
internet. But I really needed to, in nice words, get my stuff together for myself and kind of figure myself out and what I wanted, this next project to really sound like.
Yeah.
So I would
Yeah.
say that's my goal to continue growing and becoming a better person, and especially in my music.
Perfect. Who would you say are some of your biggest musical influences?
Musical influences. I'm a huge The Weekend. I'm a huge fan of him.
Mm-hmm.
I think his writing process is amazing. I love lyrically what he writes as well as musically. Ellie Goulding is a huge one as well for the same reasons. I'm a huge Bieber fan. I think he's got great music. I think he's got a great flow of music.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Michael Jackson, the Eagles, a lot of things that my parents used to listen to. I pretty much love any kind of music. I, I think any music is good music. So,
Excellent. And you've performed at Pride venues in the past, right? So what is it like performing at a Pride festival?
honestly, it's probably the best feeling. I think it's the best community event that you could probably have for something like this.
Mm-hmm.
I've never ever had a bad experience, even if something was wrong or I was sick or anything, that, life kind of throws at you. I've never had a bad experience at any Pride ever. Everybody is always so nice, so welcoming.
Because we're
So kind.
family. We're
Yeah, it's
family. Woo.
amazing. I'm very, very fortunate to be able to be a part of Pride festivals from anywhere. So I'm very fortunate to be a part of this as well.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit more about you. What's your coming out story?
Coming out story. So I actually kind of came out with the music video. So anyone that's watching this that has like followed me for a while, they've probably seen my very, very first music video. It's called Above It, my first song I ever
Mm-hmm.
put out ever. And it's basically this story about liking this girl who's kind of afraid to like me back, but wants to. And it's this like kind of conflicting story because she's worried about what her friends will think. And I ended up taking that video and kind of coming out to my parents with it because I didn't know a better way to express myself than
Mm-hmm.
through my music. So putting that video out was basically my coming out story. I think people already knew that I was gay. Like, sometimes you just know. I don't
Yeah.
know. But
Well,
it was
how did
my
your
way of
parents take the
feeling.
news?
What?
How did your parents react when you came out?
Um, they were, like I said, I think they were kind of expecting it, but I mean, and it took an adjustment period, which I
Mm-hmm.
would never expect anything less of someone. But they've supported it nonetheless. They have been nothing but supportive of me and my music. My current girlfriend, who I'm going on 5 years with, they absolutely adore her, and I've been very fortunate to have a very supportive, environment and
Mm.
family and friends and everything.
That's so good to hear. So
Yeah.
what advice would you give to another young woman who is trying to make it in LGBT media?
I think the first step is learning to be comfortable with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I think that if you're comfortable with yourself, you can get through anything, honestly. And I think that it takes a lot of time and a lot of patience and a lot of work to be comfortable with yourself. But I do
Mm-hmm.
think that if you can build yourself into who you want to be instead of caring who other people
Mm-hmm.
see you as, or whatever, I think that's the most important start that you could do for yourself,
Yeah. And it
in
sounds
or
like
out of life in general. I think that's just an
mm-hmm.
important step.
It sounds like you've been able to surround yourself with a lot of supportive people who have probably helped you at different stages of becoming comfortable with yourself and growing as an artist.
Yeah, I take a lot of advice from Ellen. I'm like a diehard Ellen fan, and I think watching her growing up, and like you said,
Mm-hmm.
having that supportive environment, just it taught me to be strong for myself and nobody else, and growing up with that motivation and that mindset, I just grew the confidence to do, okay, this is what I want to do today and tomorrow and in 5 years. And it just taught me to keep that mindset.
Awesome. Well,
Yeah.
so how can the folks watching Small Town Pride at Home keep up with your work?
So I'm on every social media channel. I would say I'm most active on Facebook. A lot of the things that I have to come will be posted on Facebook. So you can just, Facebook Sam Tolson. I'll pop right up. You can also go on YouTube, and watch all my older stuff. I don't want to diminish it at all. I think my new stuff is way better, so much better. I think my new stuff is so much better, but I'm not going to diminish the old. So you can definitely check out YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
as well.
And I cannot recommend it highly enough. I love your work. Your music videos are incredible. You have a stellar voice. You are so talented. Definitely check out Sam Tolson on Facebook, on YouTube, on every social media platform. Sam, thank you for being here today.
Yeah,
Happy
thank you.
Pride. And we are going to see your hit music video for Feelings.
Yep.
Very excited. Thank you again for being here.
Thank you so much.